What is wrong with this team? What's going wrong? I know exactly what's going wrong. I don't believe this guy is the right guy to lead us through this. I would love to sit here and say, I really do believe he's exactly showing me what he's got available in his locker to get us over the line, but he's not showing me those things. So what more can I say than I'm probably honestly out? What more can I say? I can't keep coming online every time we lose saying, it's just one more week, just give him one more game, because I look like a weirdo. You know what I mean? If he went tonight, if it came from your phone, sacked, I'd be going, I'm not surprised. Are you surprised? We've conceded 24 Premier League goals. It's just gone December. Wolves are led in 29. That's another game, another 2-goal lead, bottled, capitulated. Yeah, the argument is, well, that's the players. The players are on the pitch. They're the ones who get you through games. They bottled it. They conceded 2 goals. But it's not that. Is it a coincidence that all the players aren't playing very well? Of course it's not. I can count on one hand, 4 fingers. Lots of good players have got in the team this year who've played some good stuff. I'm talking Chiesa, Szoboszlai, Ekitike. Any more? Like, seriously? The manager has not got these players playing for him. That's so obvious to see. It's not even the result. We've got a point there. It's like, we're in a bit of a crisis right now. A point. But we take a point. Might not be funny. They just beat Chelsea as well. Take a point. On to the next game. If you play well, but the performance was that bad, it's like, what's even the point? Even if we won today, I'm telling you now, I'm half glad that we drew and not won. If we won that game, Dominic Szoboszlai scoring the winner there, it would have absolutely papered over the cracks more so than it was. Because people go, well, we won the game. Who cares about the performance? I care about the performance. Because the whole point of performances is, that gets you over the line to win games. What's the point in putting good results back to back if you've got no good performances? Because that tells me the third game, you won't get a good result because you're not playing well. If you have good performances back to back, you will win games. When was the last time we played well? I'd love you to get in the comments now. Get into the comments of the YouTube video. When was the last game of football we played well? Genuinely, was it Spurs last year? I'm being serious. Like, what are we doing here? It'd have been a cup game. It'd have been Frankfurt, maybe. Something like that, you know what I mean? That's how far back we're going. And I say again, 24 Premier League goals this year. Absolutely capitulated. Listen, I don't believe this guy's going to turn it around. I can't say I'm honestly out. Them words aren't coming out my mouth. However, if he went tomorrow, I would not be surprised. Listen, you've got to weigh this up in some capacity, though. I'm all for this guy struggling right now, but he's not being helped by some of these individual performances. We can go through the team. Is that the exercise we do right now on YouTube? I'm live on YouTube right now, get involved here. We go through the team. Konate, there is not an adjective I can use to describe this footballer is so unbelievably error-prone. I've never seen anything like it. The problem with Konate is he's never a 7 out of 10. Never a 6. I'd take a 6. Give me a 5. With Konate, it's either an 8 or a 2. Have you seen any other centre-back ever? Forget centre-back, player. Forget football, anything ever in life. Be like that good and that bad. And nothing. He's never average. My God, I never thought to say this. Have an average game. For once, have an average game, know what I mean? Konate is so opposite, it's untrue. That mistake today, what on earth was he doing? In Arneslot's defence, I thought he made some decent subs there. That might be controversial. He brought off Wirtz for McAllister, a bit more of a defensive, mentality shift, I guess, bringing on a more defensive number 8. He brings on Gomez for Bradley, who was on a booking. That's a smart substitution, more defensive right back. He was seeing that game out. I believe Arne Slot made a conscious effort to win that game. Like, he put us in a really good position there to go and win that game. More solid, right? We're 2-0 up there, away. Konate, within the 5 minutes, goes and bashes someone in the box. Was it Nonto? He was going nowhere. He was going away from goal. That ball might have gone out, and Konate clatters him. Whether or not you think that's a penalty, I do. He should not be doing that and giving the referee the chance to book it, or to give the penalty, right? Why is he doing it in the first place? You completely nullified everything Arne Slot's just attempted to do. You just cancelled it out. You give them a free goal. Calvert-Lewin said he'd score, by the way. You give them a free goal and a free route back into the game, and the momentum builds. And by the way, credit to Leeds. Half my mates are Leeds fans. It's like, oh my God. I've not even checked my Instagram. WhatsApp's been muted. That'll be brutal when I log back into that. Leeds were great today. They absolutely certainly second half, they recognised when we were weak. Oh my God. And we are so obvious to recognise right now. If any team's got any sense, they play exactly like Leeds did. They play exactly like Sunderland did. They play exactly like every team who we play, every single week play. It's not rocket science, right? The one team, actually, we played Burnley. We beat Burnley 1-0, didn't we? I thought Burnley sat back and defended. That's probably not the way to play us. You don't play us by sitting in a low block. Listen, Burnley nearly got a result that day. I think we should have scored about 100 goals in that game, but they nearly got a result, so it nearly works. But the way you play Liverpool is so obviously not put everyone in the box. It should just come and play it. You just come at us. Come at us. My God. Leeds did it at times today. They got it right. They deserved a point. Absolutely deserved a point today. Leeds are great. The fans are great. I've been to Ellen Road. I love Ellen Road. I absolutely love that ground. And the fans are great, contrary to all my mates being Leeds fans. And that's, 2 big results in a row now? Talk about confidence, right? Beating Chelsea, who just beaten Barcelona, then beating Liverpool back-to-back. It's like, my God. Hell. Jesus Christ. And by the way, I'm live on YouTube here, so come and get involved. The chat's miles better than that crap. Honestly, the setup, by the way, we've got a new setup here. It's all right in there. You can't really see it on there, but new light and it's all right. Listen, where do we go from here? I would love you to get involved in the comments. Are you in or out? Just leave the word in or out in the comment section right now. I want to gauge where we are as a fan base. And I'm actually not particularly honest out. I cannot say that. I physically can't say I'm so against this manager that I don't want him to be employed, at the club. I really find that hard to say. But he's given me nothing. Like, I'm throwing you a bone here. Give me something. Show me something. Show me that you're changing it. Show me that you're trying to do something different. At least pretend. It's one thing not doing it, it's another thing not even trying to pretend like you want to be here. And even when it ain't working on the pitch, some managers you just have that much confidence in because of what they say off the pitch. It's like, okay, I can really get behind this guy. And that is actually what made me so invested in Arne Slot straight away. And I think a lot of people would agree with that. I think as a fella, as a bloke, he comes across very likeable, very laid back. Last season, it was very easy to get on board with that when we were winning games. And I'll stretch that to winning the league. It was like, oh my God, this guy's on the piss up here. And he's like, just chilled out. When we're losing games and getting beat to the level we are, when we've got the form like we are, when we've let in 24 Premier League goals and it's just reached December, you cannot have your hands in your pockets. You cannot be this relaxed demeanour. He's not going to change that. But as a fan, it's like, right, we're not playing very well here. You're gonna look a bit bothered almost. It's like, what are you doing? You're not changing anything. Nothing's changing game to game, in the game and out of the game. In press conferences, he's really defensive, I think. He constantly deflects questions. I always bring this up. I think this is shocking. You were asked about Arsenal's set pieces, or he brought it up. I don't know how it came up. And you were like, yeah, they keep scoring set pieces. Almost like frowning upon it, like, oh, like what, set pieces? It's like, we can't score goals. I'd love to score a set piece. We've not scored from a corner this season in Premier League, I don't believe. I can't think of it. Unless we haven't, I've missed it. We've not scored many, right? And we let in so many set pieces. I've just watched us there bottle a 2-0 lead, and the winning, or the drawing goal, the goal at the end, was a set piece goal from a corner. Imagine how I feel when my manager's just said, and just slandered Arsenal for only scoring corners, and we go and concede one again to lose the game. How many times does that happen? We are so unbelievably poor defending set pieces and defending second ball. Not even defending second balls is not even a thing. Winning second balls, winning first contacts. How many games could you go back down? You could go back to, my God, I can give you 10 examples. Look at the Palace game. Remember that Palace game? They were, to be fair, very similar. They were about 9 minutes added on to that game, by the way, at the time. It was scored the goal. It was scored the goal for Palace at the end. I completely forgot who it was. And it's like, Will Hughes wins the first flick. It was from a throw-in. Will Hughes wins the flick on. Someone else flicks it on. And then someone else scores the goal. It's like we've lost 3 contacts there. Basics. And that's a basic error. 3 times replicated. And Nketiah, of course, that's right, yeah. Basic, come on. I watched Man City the other day against Fulham. I'm sure you did as well. They're letting what? Was it 4-3? Was it 4-3 or 5-4? Whatever it was, nearly lost. But all 3 goals that Fulham scored were all from inside the box. The ball was rolling out to them, and they were all a simple goal. Man City there, when your simple game ain't working, obviously your complex things don't come with it. And that were evident with Man City as well. I said on my match review, I was like, I'm seeing shades of Liverpool in Man City's defending. Maybe not going forward because they're scoring some nice goals, right? Today they won, what was it, 3-0, whatever it was. But defensively, when you ain't getting simple things right, it all goes to crap. And that's exactly why I would have started Curtis Jones more games than he's played this year. Because I believe Curtis Jones is the best player in our team, one of them, top 3, at doing the simple things right. Jones is a metronome. Today, I thought he had a pretty poor game at times today, certainly in the first half. Maybe today's a bad barometer of Curtis Jones level, but listen, against Frankfurt in that game after that, I forgot we played, it was amazing. It's like McAllister, he looks a shadow of himself, unfortunately. Certainly himself from last year. What a season he had last year. My God. This year he looks almost maybe physically done. Is that harsh to say? But he looks a bit slower, he looks a bit leggy. And listen, I think there's absolutely variables to consider here. I think he had a kid. Well, he did. I don't think he did have a kid this season. He had a very weird pre-season where it's like he were almost using the first 3 or 4 games to catch up as his actual pre-season. Very similar to Isak in that way, as in not being fully fit straight away. So there's reasons as to McAllister's poor performances. Don't mean they're acceptable. Don't mean they're at this point anyway. In December, I get the fitness thing. I get having a kid. That's the makeup of a person. I think Curtis Jones had a kid. It's like, how often, how much do these variables account for? Can we sit there in, what we're on, 6th of December, saying about his fitness issues? I don't think so. Certainly not to the level he was playing at last year. I believe he was playing to a world-class level last year. He was arguably midfielder of the season. We're in December now. December. And I've not seen him have a good performance since... When was McAllister's last good performance? Villa? Real Madrid? I think they were the 2 games, wasn't it? I'd certainly say Villa. And what's happened with them? We beat them 2-0. They've won ever since. What the hell? That's one of the most confusing results in football, that, Beat them 2-0, comfortably as well. I think Morgan Rogers had 1 shot that day on target. Other than that, they didn't get near the goal. They've won every game. They just beat the league leaders today. What a weird result. But anyway, more talk on our game. By the way, there's 350 people in my YouTube stream. I've never had more than 200. This is mental. I really appreciate it. Please do get into the YouTube, guys. Come and show some support in here. The setup's miles better. You can actually see me on here with proper lighting. I want to go back to individuals here because, again, I'm not particularly a fan of what this guy's doing at all. It's not defensible at all. But he's not being held. I need to stop crossing my legs because my legs on camera. Who wants to see that? Let me just move in a bit so you can't see my... Yeah. He's not being helped by some of these individual performances. I've spoken about Konate before. I'm going to speak about Van Dijk now. People will not want to have this conversation. And I'll absolutely caveat this by saying his performances in the last, 6 to 8 weeks do not reflect him as a player, what he's done for this club. I've almost got to caveat that every time, with Salah as well. Just because I'm criticising him now, don't mean I don't think he's very good and he has been world-class no, he has been world-class. He arguably still is world-class, Van Dijk, but my God, the last 5 games or so, he's been he's poor and unreliable. And that is never a word I could use in the same sentence as Van Dijk, unless the word Konate was in the same sentence, you know what I mean? It's always been Van Dijk and another, pulling the other one forward, I would say. But now it's I can't work out who's the better player. And do you know how mad that is to say? Listen, I think Van Dijk's a better player than Konate. Obviously, everyone would agree. Of course, over the last few years as well. But these individual performances, certainly today, I think Konate, that penalty does put him under Van Dijk. But the previous game, what was that game where Van Dijk gives the penalty away? In the, I forgot the game. Was it Champions League? Gives the penalty away. Konate had a better game that day. Konate had a better game that day. He did, but no one will talk about that. If Konate does the stuff that Van Dijk does in our games, he gets bashed. He gets bashed anyway. But in my opinion, this is the captain. PSV game. You're right, yeah, PSV. I knew it was Champions League. This is the captain. This is the guy who is the barometer for Liverpool and everything we're doing, right? Everything. He embodies the club. He is the guy. He sets the level. That level he's setting right now for me is not high enough, and it's not to the level that he can certainly play to, right? And again, I'm not criticising the player, what he's done for this club, but right now, this is not good enough. The level of performances here are not enough. And you know, for me with Van Dijk, it's one thing the performances, making mistakes, some really poor, rash challenges, looking out of position at times. Honestly, I mean this as well. It's not even that. Do I mean this? Yeah, I do. It's the attitude. Listen, who am I to say the captain of Liverpool's attitude isn't right? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what's going on. Obviously, we don't know how these things affect players, but a little case study. Kirk makes a mistake, and Van Dijk's up in arms like this. You know exactly what I mean. He's up in arms. Did you see today? I think it was Konate. He played a really poor pass into, was it Conor Bradley? And yeah, Bradley. And then he got tackled and it was a foul. Did you see Van Dijk's face? He was like a little side eye. And that's not the first time Van Dijk's done that. The little one of them, Van Dijk does. You know exactly what I mean. And I just think, okay, I'm with you. I'm giving him a side eye. But at the same time, I'm not on the pitch. You could affect your own game. There was a time today Van Dijk headed it back to Alisson. He headed it straight up in the air. And Konate's like left with the ball. Like, you know what I mean? He was left with the ball back to go. Like, what the hell's he doing? That was on Van Dijk. Absolutely. So take some accountability, I almost feel like saying here, which is a crazy thing to say to our club captain and arguably our best player of the last 5-6 years. But it's true. These things are happening, certainly over the last 3 or 4 games. I want to see some accountability taken from Virgil van Dijk. Not off the pitch, because I absolutely rate what he does off the pitch for Liverpool, and he should do. He's a captain, of course. The captain should always come out and defend what you're doing and take some ownership. But on the pitch, this blaming Kirk when he makes a mistake, this up in arms, this like arrogance, I dare say that I'm not having that. I'm not entirely on that same page. I'm on YouTube right now, guys. I'm live. Please do join. The camera quality is way better. I've got a new setup here. I've moved house. This is the new setup. So if you are new, there's 400 people in here. Please do click subscribe. Listen, I try to keep it real. Keep it real, man. No, I try to say what I see. I think so many people on, especially TikTok, like I've been on TikTok 5 years, people go, oh, what the hell? Get him out. It's like, you're trying to get views, you're trying to get clicks. This channel will never be that. Never in a million years. Even now, I'm not Arne Slot out, just because it looks like a click and it looks like you're trying to... If he went tomorrow, I'd be like, fine, I entirely get why. But I'm not actively pushing Arne Slot out. I'm not actively pushing hate towards this guy to earn money off your clicks. If you want to hear some proper real stuff here, I'd hope anyway. I would hope. Please do click subscribe down below so you don't miss a video. And if you want to push this out to more people, get more people in the community, click the like button. It really goes far. Thank you very much. Listen, this is mega support. There's nearly 500 people in here. What the hell's going on? And I'd like to think that is a kind of a marker of where we are as a fan base here. There's 500 people in here tuning in for a reason. I think a lot of people would agree with what I'm saying. And listen, I'm not saying I'm the voice of truth by any stretch. I'm sat in my room, know what I mean? What do I know? But a lot of people seem to be agreeing here with a lot of these mistakes that I'm pointing out. Individual mistakes. Listen, I will go through these mistakes again, through these individual performances again. Where can we go next? Where can we go? Kirkes. Let's go to Kirkes now. Let me know your thoughts on this player down below in the comments whilst I drink my Vimto. Wait there. Sorry, it's been 20 minutes of just pure talk. That's fantastic, that, you know. Really nice kind of flavour and, like, really good texture. Sparkling, it's like a sparkling... Anyway, what am I about? Kirkes, what the hell's going on, mate? What's going on, mate? I thought against West Ham he had a good game. Was it West Ham? Because he interchanges every week. I can't look out the games he plays. Because Gomez had a good game, but I was like, yeah, well, Kirk has had a good game on the other side. I thought he was actually okay. Today, at times. I thought he was okay defensively. For me, with Kirk, it's like, right, he's just dribbled past 2 players there, looks really good. Then the simple pass is like, right, that's just gone out for a throw-in. It's gone like, he scuffs it left. That's not the player I saw at Bournemouth. And listen, I thought against West Ham he was good. The game after he was good. On the whole, the last month from Kirkes has been good. He's been one of our better players over the last month. Certainly better than, like, Konate and McAllister. And, like, he's certainly not one of the worst. But this season, take the season as a block here, which we have to do at this point. You can't be using the excuse as a young lad. He's just come in from Bournemouth. He's adjusting to the... No, forget that. Sorry, we're in December now. We're in December. This guy played, like, every game for Bournemouth last year. He was in my team of the season. And yeah, he's had a decent month. Better. But at the same time, it's still not very good. You've got to understand that. This is not the level. If you think this is Kirk's level, what you want to... Seriously? He's playing all right. Not being funny, he's playing all right. Yeah, someone said that Robbo's better. In my opinion, this season, Robbo's been miles better. Over the season, maybe not the last month, but over the season, Robbo's come in and done a good job. When he probably didn't expect him to have any game time, to be honest with you. I think Kirk is on the right path. I think he's on the right trajectory. But what's weird is I don't know what's changed. Like, nothing's changed. It just seems to have maybe clicked. I think his relationship with Gakpo is really interesting in a bad way. Am I harsh by saying that? I don't think Gakpo uses him nearly enough. I mean, we'll come on to Gakpo. Give me 2 minutes, we'll come on to Gakpo. You know I'm a fan of his, but my God. I don't think Gakpo uses Kirk as enough as an outlet to offer the width. But at the same time, I'm thinking even if Kirk gets the ball, his crosses aren't particularly great. I'm not filled with confidence like I was with Robbo 4 or 5 years ago. Or Trent. Kirk hasn't shown what he can do in the final third yet, in my opinion. Certainly not to the level he did at Bournemouth. I remember watching Bournemouth versus Newcastle. It was away, wasn't it? They battered him. And Kirk has put a great ball in that game. Did he score? Have I made that up? He had a great game, though. I remember, put a great ball in. I'm like, wow. Wow. When we were linked to him, you're thinking, my God, just a bit of that, please. That'll do in our team. One, he's not being played in the right role. Not position, but role to do that. He's been playing half in a back three this year, which is like, what the hell? He's not a defender, really. Yeah, he's a defender by role, but in nature, he's not a particularly great tackler of the ball. Don't read the game particularly great. He's a really good offensive fullback, wingback. He's fast. He's pretty tenacious, I think, when he wants to be. But more importantly, he's got a good delivery at Bournemouth. We're not seeing that. Slot's not played him in the right role. But secondly, that relationship with his left winger, which is so important. You look at last year, the relationship with Semenyo, it's like, you can just tell that works. This is not working. And I think this is where we're going to go to Gakpo here. You know I love Gakpo. If I had to rate my favourite, not best, by no means best, my favourite players at Liverpool, I think Gakpo's top 5 certainly. Up there with, for me, Alisson and Szoboszlai and Curtis Jones. I love him. I absolutely, in no capacity, can defend that performance today. What on earth were that? I'm one of the most positive people on Cody Gakpo you'll ever meet. That was awful. And I'm looking at Salah on the bench there, not even warming up, by the way. There was no intention of playing him in that game, not being funny. He was there with, what do you call it? Is that a snood? What are they called? Like a over thing on. You could just see his eyes, couldn't you? It's like, he's just like shivering. Salah is on the bench there. Is he really, really putting in performances worse than Gakpo? Did Gakpo play full 90 today? Did he play full 90 today? Yeah, I think he did. Snood. You know, he must have played 80. He played 80 minutes. Mental, isn't it? Listen, I'm all for maybe maybe Salah coming out for a game. A little bit of a rest. Kick up the arse kind of thing. I think that was due given his bad performances. Have you seen the Salah interview? I've not. What the hell's he said? What do you mean? I might have to jump off and see that. I'm nearly done, to be fair. I just want to talk Gakpo and bet on Ekatike and I'll get off. One thing, resting Salah for one game, benching him, because he probably deserved that given the performances. But another thing is 3 games. 3 games not playing. Has he been that bad to the level that Gakpo can play the full game pretty much today? No. Gakpo does not deserve to stay on the pitch today for as long as he did. Nowhere near. What can I say? I'm really struggling to get behind him right now. Chiesa sat on the bench just... What's going on with Salah here? Can someone let me know what's going on with Salah? I've not seen his interview. I've been live for 25. Salah said he can't believe the club's throwing me under the bus. You are joking. You are joking. Right, guys, I need my phone. If you're on TikTok, get into YouTube. I'm going to react to this now. George Scaife LFC it is. Please get involved. You are joking, guys. Sorry, I was on... Hold on. I mean, that doesn't sound good. Wait there. That does not sound good. By the way, sorry, I really appreciate the donations. Sorry, Spency's been a member for 4 months, mate. Thank you so much for that. One of the long-term supporters on the channel. Noah's Noah with a $5.99. Slot has lost the plot even with what he said about Isaac and Fury. Yeah, that Murphy. What? We've not got a Jacob Murphy. You spent £500 million, mate. I really appreciate the donation. Thank you so much. $1.99. The game showed us. Showed Slot is the problem from Guapi 2. That's a strange name, mate, to be honest with you. But thank you for your donation, and I probably agree with you. And another $2.50 from Noah's Noah. Guys, you're all unreal. I need to see what's... Sorry. There's something on my mind here, and it's Mo Salah. I've not seen this. Oh, it's a 3-minute interview. Right. Probably not going to watch that on stream. 3 minutes ago. Can you hear that? It's terrible camera quality is the thing. It's like 30 seconds in. Wow. Oh my god. Oh my god. This live stream's taken a turn. Holy shit. He's just, I don't know if you could hear that. He said, the club's, throw me under the bus, bench for 3 games. What did he say? This is what I've done for the club. This is how they, oh my god. Okay, how? He told his mother she had to get to the Brighton game, it'll be his last. That's mental. I'm just going to rewatch. Hopefully, I'm going to turn it right up so you can hear it. I'm just going to rewatch the last 30 seconds here. I think you'd have to really see it. It's a terrible picture quality. You just got to be able to hear it, I think. Right, there we go. I'm sitting on the bench for 90 minutes for I think it's the third time I'm in the bench. I think it's my first time in my career, so I'm very disappointed. I'm very, very disappointed with I have done so much for this club. Everybody can see that during the years and especially last season. Sitting on the bench, I don't know why. Seems like the club is throwing me under the bus. That's how I feel. That's mental. Oh my god. I see that meantime before I had a good relationship with the manager and after the sudden we don't have any relationship. I don't know why. Seems to me I would say that someone doesn't want to be in the club. It's AI. No way. No way is that fake. If that's fake, no way. It can't be fake. I mean, if it is fake, everyone's bought. Oh my god, no way is it. Guys, very funny. Is that real? If it is fake, oh my god, that's a generational one. It's real, isn't it? Of course it's real. That's almost like... I don't even want to say that word. That is absolutely mental. If that is real, and I assume it is, even for a bit to tweet it, the bit for me is when he says, all I've done for this club, and like, what the hell? Wow. This is like reality TV, isn't it? This is like when your player turns on your manager, one of your best players, club legend, hero. That's never a good barometer for where we are. And it's not even on like, what even is this? What interview is that? Like, what channel is that? It's almost like he's done it behind the back. You know what I mean? Ooh, yeah. I mean, if you thought the manager has hold of this dressing room, I think you're entirely wrong. I think that proves why. I think the Curtis Jones interview was on CBS was a really good telling of where we are right now. When a player like that, who's not even part of the leadership group, the senior leadership group, comes out and says stuff like that, as damning as that was, it was like, I don't recognise this team, we need to, you know what he said. It can't be fake. It can't be fake. That is, that was one thing. But for Mo Salah to come out and say that, if that's real, my word. I'm going to have to do a video on that, soon. So I'm going to have to get off. I don't really know what to say. I'm going to take a picture. There are 700 people in here. Do you know how mental that is? I started this, there were 30 people in my first ever stream. There are 700, this is the first ever stream at New House, at New Setup. I really appreciate it. I can't stress that enough. Thank you so much. Please do click subscribe for more of this. I'm live after every game. After every game, I want to go live every day, so please do get involved. I'll drop a stream schedule at some point. I want to get this community out there. I just can't even believe what I've just seen. I find it very hard to... yeah, I find it very hard to comprehend. Yeah, but just because he said that doesn't mean that he won't say it because it's not a what? I'm pretty sure he would know what that meant. Thank you, all guys. Thank you for the comments there, Mental. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I think this will go tits up, as in like tits up. Well, that's going everywhere. Think about that. That will be seen by everyone. Every football fan will see that within the hour. There is no way back for that, in my opinion. I hope it's fake. Like, I really hope it isn't real, because I don't want to see that. As much as I don't particularly rate Salah this year, I think he's had a poor season. I do not. I almost think here, why say it at a time of like team crisis? You've got to stick together. We're all in it together there, and all of Salah's comments were about him, what he's given the club. He feels like he's been treated badly. Like, I think a lot of players would agree. I think if any player has been treated badly, it's Chiesa. I've not seen Chiesa come out. Have you? Have you? Chiesa was dropped from the Champions League squad. What a kick in the arse that was. And Salah's coming out in interviews there. And do you know the thing for me? And genuinely, I've not seen Salah come out once this season and talk about how bad we've been as a collective. Have you seen that? Where's the interview of Salah coming out, owning up? Dominic Szoboszlai came out after that game today and explained himself like he has to. He was the best player today. He scored the winning goal at the time. He's one of our best players over the last 10 years we've had at the club. Like, he's my best player by miles. He should not be coming out doing that. Where is Salah in this leadership group? And listen, Carrick has been bringing it up, right? A bit persistent, like very, I won't say obsessed, but like he's bringing it up a lot. I dismiss of him bringing it up that much. I don't think it's that big of a deal. But it certainly is a deal when you're coming out now talking about your own personal promises with the club and you're not getting your game time. Then he comes out and speaks. I think there's some sense in bringing it up now. I think he's gone. I mean, if he stays after saying that, what the hell? What's the whole thing, George? It's mental. I've not. It's fake. Everyone keeps saying it's fake. If it's fake, then I take it all back. Hold on. Anastat Konate. Unfortunately for him, he does a lot of things well, but he has been a bit too much at the crime scene. Today it was a tackle that came from effort. He tried everything to block the cross. Interesting. I'm just getting some clarity on whether this is real. I mean, it must be. So when he says, I've done so much for this football club and it feels like the club's thrown me under the bus, that's mad. Wow. I feel like this is a bit of a turning point in Liverpool's like recent, I don't know, certainly news-wise, this is pretty big. You know what I mean? We've had 2 super chats. I just want to read these out from Underground Wizard, mate. I've seen you in my comments many times. I really appreciate you showing your support. Thank you very much. £5 as well. Thank you so much. This all goes back into the stream, by the way, into the camera. There's a new camera. It's 1.2 grand. I'm trying to save up for it. I might buy it soon, but this one will have to do for now. As I say, all goes back into this. If a manager in the bottom half of the table team, I don't know, no reason. Yeah, no, I agree with that. Yeah, the form speaks for itself. I don't care what you did last year at this point. It doesn't equal or cancel out this form, right? I see what you mean there. I agree with you. And a 199 from Fitz. It's very real, mate. Salah news. I hope it isn't, but this is big. This is really big. I'm just trying to get some more info on this now. Mohamed Salah, I had a good relationship with the manager. All of a sudden, we don't have a relationship. You are kidding. I don't know why. It seems to me that someone doesn't want me in the club. He said that? What? I'm going to listen to the last minute or so because I've not yet.
Seems to me, I see that someone doesn't want me in the club. But again, this club I always supported. My kids were always supported. I love the club so much, and I will always do. Now I called my mom yesterday, but I knew you guys didn't know I'm gonna start or not. But I knew. I called my mom and dad yesterday. I told them to come to fighting game. It doesn't matter if I play or not. I'm gonna enjoy it. We'll see what's gonna happen, but in my head I'm going to enjoy that game if I play it or not. If I'm finished or not, because I don't know what's gonna happen now. So just gonna be unfit, say goodbye to the fans, going to Africa Cup, because I don't know what's gonna happen when I'm there.
What do we do with the situation now?
It's not acceptable for me, to be fair. Like, I don't know why that's happening always to me. I don't get it. I think if I'm somewhere else, every club would protect his player. I don't know why I'm in this situation now. But again, it's how I see it now is that it's like you throw him more under the bus because he's a problem in the team now. But I don't think I'm the problem. I've done so much for this club to get the respect I want to get. And I don't have to go every day fighting for my position because I earn it. People will say, oh, you're not bigger than... I'm not bigger than him. I earn my position.
This is mental.
So, it is what it is.
When you say that about the Brighton game, you mean that possibly it could be a last game considering the future in January, perhaps?
Yeah, because we never know about that.
That's mental. He was like, he's earned his position, full stop. Like, I'm all for your credibility lasting throughout because he's got a lot of credibility, my God. But how many goals he scored this year? Can't be many. Certainly not to the level that, like, of previous years, right? Listen, he's got every reason to be annoyed. Fabrizio's confirmed it. Every reason to be annoyed, I get it. But at the same time, his level hasn't been there. Like, he's not been there this year. The way I see it, it's that you throw me under the bus because... The way I see it, it's you throw Mo under the bus because he's a problem in the team now. Wow. I mean, that's like the most breaking news we possibly could have heard, right? I'll be stunned. I'm genuinely excited. Not excited. Anticipate for that team selection next week. Midweek is Inter Milan. If you don't play then, my word. And I'll be, if you don't play, I'd see why. To publicly come out and do that and say it to the manager, if it's real, I must just say, the thing is with AI, it's like, you don't even know anymore, but it looks pretty real to me. If he comes out and benches him again, there'll be war. There'll be war. We've got like an interior war in our team now. That's the last thing we needed. Last thing we need. Yeah, but you're right. Yeah, exactly. Salah won us the league. He's every right to say that, yeah. And I do agree. I do agree with him. I do agree. 3 games in a row benched is mad. 1 game, fine, kick up the arse. I would have started him maybe today, maybe Chiesa, but you know what I mean. He's got every right to be annoyed there. That's something, mate. That's some massive news. I might be live again tonight. If you want to see that one, please do subscribe. Go down there, press the subscribe button. Please do leave a like. I've been on stream for 40 minutes now. We've done the whole reaction to the game. You can rewatch it. It'll be posted live in about 5 seconds. Go and rewatch it now. I'm going to get on TikTok and film a video about that because that is mental. Please do stay tuned. George Scaife, LFC on all socials. Please get involved. This has been a record-breaking stream, and it's not even there. This is 700 people sat watching me in my room talk about my football club. I'm so unbelievably grateful. Thank you so much. The most views I've had before were 200. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. This is big. If I'm live tonight, you know what I mean? Don't be surprised because there's a lot to talk about. Have a good one, guys. Thank you so much for the support. See you next one.